Savage Worlds. Whether we're at the table or over the internet, in our role-playing game, fantasy is just the beginning. From the Wild West to the depths of outer space and beyond. Anytime, any place. They're all Savage Worlds.
I feel like my video transitions were on point tonight. Welcome to Iconic Production. No one cares about my video transitions, but they were on point.
I can't jump.
Future JM is going to look at this video and be like, man, that was some hot video transitioning. Whew. Welcome to Iconic Production. I am JM, your GM. This is, we don't have a group name for them. They are four echoes cast upon the shores of creation. And I'm going to need you to scoot a little over, Ben.
Okay.
Somehow the whole camera got moved. There we go.
I say Sam's Survivors.
Sam's Survivors? I don't like. I don't know that we need to name the whole thing Sam's Survivors. That feels,
it doesn't work.
Yeah, it feels like a lot. So anyway, when we last left off, this is a show about Savage Worlds. We're playing in a setting called the Crucible of Realms, or at least we were until the group we left the Crucible of Realms, and so that's where we're at right now. Let me fix this. When we last left off, the group had left the city. They actually disappeared, walked through a gateway in a mausoleum in a graveyard, and ended up on this weird shore of an ocean of harmonic energy that was slowly consuming the shore. They managed to escape an encounter with some Crubominations. Thank you, Tink, for naming that. And then headed up the side of the cliff, only to discover that the ocean was chasing them. They encountered ruins of a large civilization, encountered one of those people, some sort of insectoid creature, that was ripped apart by a trio of creatures you couldn't quite make out. They seemed to be made of two-dimensional planes kind of held in a field of some sort that when you saw them out of the, on oblique angles, they seem to resolve into almost elfin, kind of very beautiful creatures, only for you to destroy them. And when we last left off, you were being led away from the ocean, which had crested the cliff, by a strange, frog-like monk. But before we get started, first of all, hello to Restar. It is good to see you, buddy.
Hey, man.
Hope you are doing well, and that life is treating you amazingly. And also hello to Landauer, a good friend and a good friend of the show. Before we get into the actual role-playing side of this, you guys all received one advancement, and you had 1 week to look through the entire book and just pore over the book and analyze and really stress about what advancement you were going to take. And you all arrived here and picked your advancement in the last 15 minutes. I watched all of you. So we're going to start with Ben. Ben, what did Pockets take for tonight's adventure?
He took a deeper reading. Given that basically my whole jam is what the powers I receive through my readings, I figured that would make me much more useful as a character.
So it would normally allow you to draw an extra card
Correct.
when doing your reading at the start of the adventure. But because you did not do that beforehand, you are only getting your 4 cards from your initial.
I am ashamed.
As you should.
Eighth, what did you pick?
I increased my strength attribute to a D10.
Because
Right.
Eighth is now going to be hitting even harder. Jenny, what did Chen take?
Chin got even cooler at flying,
Yeah, she
so that she can be super rad on her lift edge.
Nice. And what did Sam take?
He bumped up his notice to a full D12.
Nothing gets past Sam,
Nothing.
except when it does. And it surprises everyone. All right. So as you guys are walking up this path away from the ocean, the sounds again, right? The harmonics getting closer and then falling back, but never retreating as far as they were, with each crest and retreat of the silvery waves that are now your horizon. It's even weird because as you watch, as the sun is setting, you know how when the sun sets on like the rivers of other worlds that you've been to, you can kind of see where the water kind of takes in and absorbs and just kind of reflects the light, and so the sun looks normally as it's sinking into itself. Not at this point. Darkness seems to be rushing on even faster, and the ocean does not reflect the sun's rays. In fact, it looks as if it is kind of reaching up to meet and absorb the light of the dying sun. But as you walk, you also notice, as the wind kicks up, anybody walking behind pockets?
Sure.
Okay. You notice that there seems to be lots of things kind of falling off pockets, like large swaths of flaky, dead skin. And as they kind of hit you in the face, get in your mouth, catch in your eyelids, Pocket seems to be shedding this undead demeanor, revealing just vital and healthy fur and tissue underneath.
Ape flesh.
The smell
Alive!
is getting even better as you stand downwind from him. But
I noticed that really well.
you notice that really well. Cheers.
I call it musky monkey.
The monk will take several massive leaps ahead of you and then wait. Several more leaps, wait. And what I need before we get any further is I need a conduit roll from Ape, and I need a focus roll from Sam.
All right. Nice.
Little explosions.
Okay, so can I count all of them together? if they
No,
make explosions?
whichever.
Just pick whichever
Yeah,
one.
Oh, okay.
yeah, whichever explosion ends up the highest.
Oh, okay, then 11.
11, okay. 5. All right. Sam, as you go to take off your hat to kind of wipe the undead pockets away from your hair, you reach up and there's no hat. Like the hat that's always with you, has been with you since that first time that you woke up. You kind of rub your hand through your hair. Your hair feels, I don't know, a little longer than it normally does. It doesn't feel like Sam's hair. It's weird. And then as you think about it, there's nothing weird about it.
Yeah.
There's never been a hat. Why would you even think that?
That's dumb.
It's dumb. You got an 11?
Yes.
So when you normally let the Morrigan take control in the city, there's always this struggle, this fight to return the identity and will of Afe back onto the throne of your heart. That is usually a struggle that comes in the middle or at the end of a battle where enemies are cast down around you, their blood is flowing, their bones broken, their flesh rent asunder. And usually in that exaltation, the Morrigan struggles to remain in control. You have never felt it outside of the moments that you have allowed her purchase in you. Until now. It's really weird. It feels as if that struggle is starting and you have not allowed that door to be open. You're able to kind of push that feeling down. Take all those feelings and just roll them into a tight little ball and just push them way down deep for later.
Who needs feelings?
That's right. As you are walking, you can see up ahead there is a large gray stone wall. You can't see any sort of seams like bricks. It rises 30 feet tall and it wraps around. And from inside, you hear the sound of buzzing. You can hear the sound of people kind of talking. And you are kind of at a crest, getting ready to head down with it. And the monk kind of hops to the side. What brings you here? You are not of this place.
What is this place?
A worthy response to an initial inquiry. You are a soul of great depth and wisdom. I can tell. You answer my questions, strangers, and I will answer yours in turn.
Cool.
Because I'm going to have a lot of questions. So... It's okay. We we basically got here by accident. There were 6 doors, so you went through one of them, and this was the one we ended up on. And then the door went away, so now we're here.
You went through a door and came to another place? There are legends of such paths and places here.
So that's not normal, and there's no way back. Is that what I'm hearing?
I heard legends. I hear we need to go find those doors.
I mean, it is possible. Tick gets a Benny, first Benny of the night. I do have heard of such places. The trials of the mountain were said to harbor such pathways put there in place long ago by... Surely you know that legends predate the War of Wing and Leg.
What and what?
The great conflict between flies and tongue.
I need at least one more body part to make this whole thing work. You got wings and legs, tongue, and what was the other one?
I think we saw the wings and legs down below.
Oh,
What
right.
I think this is the legs.
Right, so basically, I think from what we saw earlier, you won. It's all over, they're dead. Like, really dead.
Oh, no, none of us are. None of us won. The void, the wake consumes all. Soon, there will be nothing left. All survivors of both great empires exist in here at the foot of the mountain, the highest point in all the land. The internet at the studio was fixed, John Doom. I know you don't have 5 bennies, Tink. I know you were down to 0 last week.
Why would the foot of the mountain be the highest point?
That's a good question.
Thank
Let
you.
us say, instead, it is the highest point that we dare go. The path is closed. And you can see, like, up beyond the fortress, there's a dark and ominous mountain. Storms raging around it. It feels kind of familiar. You can see that there's a large statue or rock outcropping just beyond the fortress, kind of at the base of the path that kind of heads up in the mountain. It looks very familiar.
Like, how familiar? Oh, is it like
You can't
relative?
tell. You can't tell from this point, but you definitely feel as if it's staring at you in judgment.
I mean, I get that a lot from a lot of places.
That's one of your family members.
Or anyone who's met.
That too.
How
Possibly a shop owner.
how many of you are left?
There are perhaps 10 score.
Dang. And if we reach just like the like noble resignation stage of this thing, or is there like a final battle we're kicking in here? What's the game plan?
How does one fight the ocean? How does one capture the wind? How does one shut the mouth of a monkey?
So poetry. We're doing poetry.
Questions.
If we knew that. Yeah.
Questions. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Landauer can have one too. Apparently, we're in the Monty Python stage of this.
Yeah, but definitely like the Terry Gilliam animated part with like all kinds of little
Yeah.
frog knights. and-
Exactly.
yeah.
Thank you. Do you have a way home? Come.
I mean,
You fought the Dancers of the Void. You should come in.
so this
Head
place,
over.
is this wall like actually keep the water out? I mean, the ocean thing?
It is a construct. Merely blinders to prevent us all from seeing the end.
I mean, that's cool.
Do the frogs and bugs live together now? You've come to any kind of peace here?
There is no point in warring. We are all victims on the shore of creation.
Well, that's heartening, I guess.
One dissolves as much as another. Afe, Chen, you've been letting the gibbon do a lot of the talking. What are you guys doing?
I feel like I'm probably already edging towards the path up the mountain.
You're just like ignoring the city, gonna kind of take the...
Just like, hey, what's happening here?
As you get over there, you can clearly see that the statue, like you have clear, like you've got a lift edge, so you just kind of very quietly, Chen is coming. You can see that there are two gates that have been broken, like thrown down, just in ruins, twisted fragments of gold and iron and wood. But standing next to it is a statue, maybe 40 feet tall, of Pockets. If Pockets was rippling with muscles and power and had a stern yet wise yet gentle look in his eyes, his mouth closed in a tight line that seems to be a hint of a smile, perhaps the down curl of a gentle rebuke, you can't tell.
His hand's visible.
Empty of ill-gotten or misplaced by other people goods.
Ooh. Is there any writing on this statue or anything that gives me any information about it?
It does.
And I assume I speak this language.
You can read the language.
Oh, great. Yeah.
It clearly says, the 43rd path of the journey of the Monkey King.
Which I'm assuming I understand what that means.
You don't. That's
okay.
Nice try. Like, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah.
I
You have noticed that Chen is gone.
I am gonna be standing there, just like hands over my mouth, just like, this is the cutest warrior I've ever seen. I will follow it to the end.
This stoic frog monk notices your appraisal and just sort of nods, warrior to warrior.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, quick huddle. So, I know that Sam belongs in the city, right? Crucible. That's like where he comes from. He's some sort of expression of the city.
Yeah, it's really weird. Sam's hair is starting to lose some of its color. Go
Also,
a little
your hat.
gray.
It's gone. And I don't know if you noticed, but your hair, like a little salt and pepper. Not a bad look, per se.
It is a bad look.
Okay, it's a bad look.
Coming from the monkey that was just undead.
It's temporary. This is edging
I'm
toward
not there.
maybe forever.
It's the little voice of judgment. It sounds a little like Chen.
A tiny chin on my
A
shoulder.
tiny Chen, yeah.
Chin's real rude sometimes.
But and then meanwhile over here we have a conduit of the god of war, if I'm not mistaken. Seems like you guys have a connection to the city in some fashion. Could you potentially, I don't know, petition somebody?
You follow Morlez, the
Morlets?
Morlez, the goddess of war.
No. The more again. It's-
No. You are
More or
mispronouncing.
less, is it like a centipede war god here?
I really don't like that.
I loved that.
She of the 100 arms and legs, which are one.
It's like she the destroyer, but like so many more arms.
Yeah, mine only has 2.
They do have a connection to the city.
So, is there like a chance that maybe the city could get you back, and we could go with you?
Or they have like an innate sense of how to get back.
Right, like maybe like an albatross flying around the world actually knows how to get home because he has some sort of weird magnetic sense that just like lives inside of his head. Like the god living inside of your head.
What's an albatross?
Albatross is a large bird. You run across them on numerous planes of existence. They have a way of finding their way around. They're pretty cool. Also, don't kill one. It ends up really badly. Really, really badly.
Are you sure? I need a new necktie.
Right.
I just pictured an entire session where all we did was like learn about albatrosses and different kinds of birds.
That does definitely make Ben pockets the brow. Tink says Samsaro the Grey can be killed, and then he will return at the turning of the age as Samsaro the White.
That's just mysteries that not even I can plumb.
That's right, yeah. If you have some way to lead us out of destruction, it would be I that follows you into battle.
I mean, this seems like, like we're supposed to be here, but obviously to rescue these frogs and bugs.
Maybe we can stop the ocean at the top of this mountain. I shout from the statue.
Padre got it. He can have a Benny. The chat has gone full Tolkien. You never go full Tolkien. Alright.
So I guess we go up to the statue. Do I recognize
Disagree
that?
with that?
Oh yeah, it's
Awesome.
definitely the Monkey King.
Oh, so this is my dearly departed great-great-great-great-grandfather. Ish. Or uncle.
You definitely get the feel, like when you were standing there and there was that like quiet sense of compassion and a little bit of judgment. Now that Pockets is here, you're like, oh, that's who it's for.
Yeah, no, he sent me away to magic school. I was not a good fit at the dojo, let me tell you.
Give me a notice roll on it, all of you.
Six.
7.
Nice.
19.
Even better.
That's
6.
11.
Alright, so you guys notice everything I kind of described to Chen. It is weird, like it is definitely your great-great-great grandfather. Like you have memories of, right, he was never an old or infirmed figure in your mind. He was always like this looming presence, quick with a laugh, quick with a trick, always doted on everyone in the family. You have not seen any image of him since you received the word at school that your whole family had been wiped out.
Interesting.
You guys got raises on your rolls. You can, as you kind of both look back, it's really weird. The plaque, there's something strange about the plaque that has all the writing in it. To your best, like to both of your best guesses, it's not just a plaque. It feels like something could, it may have something inside of it.
You mean inside the statue?
Inside the base, yeah.
Alright. I will fiddle around with it.
Alright.
I will let you fiddle around
You-
with it before I take out my knife and try to open it.
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of run your fingers around the edge of it, you do feel a catch.
I bet it's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I bet it's monkey snacks.
it opens. It doesn't so much open up as the whole plaque kind of comes off, but it is very light. And as you you flip it over, you can see there is a map of the path, and it looks as if there are 7 spots along the way up.
A 7-story mountain, if you will.
If you will, thank you. But there's also a little message, kind of. This is engraved on the back. It has riddles and hints and clues, but it looks there's like something scratched along the bottom, as if it was added after this whole thing was done and set into the plaque. Just a little tiny thing. Again, just as if somebody hastily added something. Not with a carving tool, but with a rock or a hard nail or something like that.
What does it say?
It says, Wukong, I believe in you.
It's like the family name, so like everybody believes in Wukong.
I'm gonna reach in my pockets and whatever, try and find some like paper or something to make a rubbing.
Of the whole thing?
No, just of the map of the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange.
So I don't have to love this.
I've been sitting here for as long as my people have been at the base of this mountain in this area. There is no species that crawls or swims or flies or walks or hops that matches this creature till you arrived.
Yeah, we're kind of related. This guy's actually was supposedly 8 ways immortal. It's pretty crazy because most of it was an accident. But yeah.
He keeps looking at the statue and looking at you and looking at the statue and looking at you, looking at the statue and really looking at you.
So here's the cool bit. This guy used to live in the city where we come from. So maybe the path up the mountain, up at the top of the mountain, like you said, doors, maybe he knows where they are, or knew where they are. So if we follow the path, which he's got on a map here, you and all your friends, we could get out of here before we get eaten by the giant angry ocean thing.
No one has ever made it up the path.
Well, they didn't come from the city of Crucible and didn't have like a god conduit and like a flying dragon girl and like a detective without a hat.
What did you say?
God conduit, dragon girl, guy
No,
without a
before
hat.
that.
Nobody's ever didn't have what? I don't know, man. I said a lot of things.
You're talking about the
City of Crucible?
That is a word in our language.
A lot of that's real words.
That means sanctuary, paradise, refuge.
Oh, right.
For us, it's just a play we all had to read in high school.
You know what they say. More weight. What do you guys do?
I want to go up the mountain.
Yeah, no. Guys, get your friends together. We're going up the mountain.
All 10 score of them.
Right, like 200 of them. That's not much. I mean,
Also, out of curiosity, why is the ocean attacking you? We probably should have asked that at any point.
yeah, like that's a good question.
It is unknown who summoned it. Each side blames the other. But in our search for a weapon to end the wars, you can just fill it on the table, man. In our search for a weapon to end the wars, one of us, one side or the other, reached beyond the world. And the void came pouring through.
Yeah, that'll happen. We have an entire dragon run outside of the Crucible to make sure that doesn't happen. Because apparently, the void can't eat the dragon. I've always wondered about this, but apparently it can't.
What is a dragon?
Dragon, in this case, is the Ouroboros, which is like the dragon that's eating its own tail. But the person who really should...
You guys should be worried because the frog monk, whose name you have not asked, is definitely now leaning in and listening to Pockets very intently.
I was gonna
I
say
have
the
no problem.
person that you should actually be asking about dragons is my friend over here, Chen. She is an adherent, disciple, and friend of the Silver Dragons, of which there are 12 different chromatic dragons dwelling within Crucible itself, and Silver has been kind enough to take care of me in the passing of my family.
They are the coolest ones. I will say, if we go up this mountain and we find a way back to the city, we really should try to make sure that the void does not follow us. Just throwing that out there now. But also, it's going to be so much fun.
Let's do it.
I did not think about that part.
Don't worry about it.
That's later us
I will
problem.
go and gather the city.
Right.
Here. He reaches under his robe and pulls out. It looks like a horn, except instead of a mouthpiece, it has a really long, weird kind of hook.
Mm-hmm.
And he hands it to you. top of the path, there's a gate. No one has been beyond that gate. The guardians kill all who approach. Blow that horn when you have defeated them.
Who are the guardians?
That.
It is said strange creatures made of metal that look like you leap from the sides of the cliff, crushing those they land upon, and that those bones lie scattered and can be summoned again to defend the first gate.
I thought I liked this world before that.
Did
Stumpy monkeys?
Is there any insight you can give us in defeating these individuals?
My entire order has learned to move like the wind in order to attempt those gates.
Your full frogness will be proud.
That is worth a penny. Well done.
Right, so, okay, so this is apparently all on you, because you're the wind girl.
I can't fly much, but
Oh, you can't fly much, eh?
Okay, fine, and also on Chin.
You can leave your friends behind, John.
But it's true.
It's true. All right, what are you guys doing? The frog monk retreats back in to the toward the fortress.
Real quick, before the people want to know, what's your name?
No, don't tell us.
no, I
No,
won't.
no, we won't let you know.
You
Don't.
can't leave this world if we know your name. It breaks the magic.
I don't. Just plug your ears.
I'm gonna need a persuasion check from you.
Aben's gonna tear up.
Persuasion. If I don't have persuasion,
It's a D4.
Can I do intimidation instead?
You want to don't tell him your name.
I mean, that's sort of what I said.
All right, give me an intimidation roll.
all right, that's better.
You're looking like a scary old man the longer we stand here.
It exploded. Oh no.
Okay, I want to do a persuasion roll to get him to tell us his
9.
name.
Okay. Now he says nothing. He kind of looks at the two of you
You're
as if you were
welcome,
trying
chat.
to trick him into revealing his name before he left the city and stranding him here. He gives you like the side of the head eye, kind of squints, and then leaps away.
Why? All right.
I mean, I'm not going to remember the name anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Aben's gonna walk
Yes.
away very angrily.
Up to the gates.
All right. As you head up the pass, you can see the first two things are kind of resolved. There is the boundary of life, is what the first place is called, and then there is the treacherous path beyond. But as you approach, you can see there's another set of gates. This one of cold lead.
Do these show up on the map that I'm?
Yeah.
And is that the boundary of life, or is this beyond the treasures?
No, so the boundary of life is what the first place is called.
Where
is what
we're
I'm saying.
at.
Yeah.
Okay.
The door sort of radiates this cold, not a physical cold, but a deep and abiding metaphysical cold, as if
Someone
You-
who lost Schopenhauer.
you two have killed a lot of people.
It's true.
It's true. You know that moment when you run a living being through, and that last gasp that seems kind of surprise, but also terror, as if they've seen something just behind your shoulder that really is what takes their breath away. That is what this door is radiating. And I'm going to need all of you to give me a fear check, which is a spirit check.
You all have a +2 to that fear check because you're hanging out with me.
Ah, great.
Good deal.
And I'm immune to fear, so I don't have to roll.
You actually do have to roll.
What?
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost as if your natural unflappable nature is a little bit flappable.
All right, all right.
Wait, so do we still get the +2 or
You
no?
still get the +2.
13.
So what is it for your roll?
It's a spirit test.
spirit test. Okay.
12.
Okay. Pockets.
We're not scared.
8.
8.
We've
Alright.
killed many.
So many.
Do you, while this is going on, as you are walking up the hillside, do you want to give me your new reading roll?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, give me which you rolled before.
Which I rolled before. Yes.
Yep. And I have. As you are walking up, you're shuffling the cards. You're moving them around, back and forth. Everything seems very strange.
New day, new cards.
Not so much new day, but
New world.
new world.
New universe.
And as you start laying them out, you don't have time to do a full spread because you're heading up the mountain. But you take one and flip it over, and it is definitely the Two of the Dead. A card. I'm going to pull up my notes. What did you get, Ben, by the way? Did everybody pass?
I did. I got an 8. Yep.
All right.
We just need a 4, right?
Just need a 4 to... Well, actually, you need a 6 to pass because it's a -2 from the roll.
The Crucible hard cases. You know, free no dying door.
Crucible hard cases. I mean, that is a possibility of it.
I like our really long name.
What was your really long name?
I don't know, the one where you just like describe us in detail.
The Crucible Tourism Board.
Those 4 people who are doing these things.
I don't know if I'm going to call you the Crucible Tourism Board. That feels like a lot. So as you flip them over, you can clearly see. Sorry. I've been working without internet all day, so it has been a fun experience. All right. So the Two of Swords comes up, and the Two of the Dead, and you know that this card means difficult decisions, impasses are facing you, things you want to avoid.
Dead gates guarded by giant stompy metal monkeys.
Yeah, kind of.
Cool. Not a whole lot of insight here, card.
I like how you get more and more sort of Jersey the longer.
The longer I'm far away from Crucible, yeah. It's
I don't know if it's the longer you're playing the character. The next card that comes up is the Heart of the City, but it is inversed.
so far away from the city. Again, cards!
An imbalance in your life, but actually like an overindulgence to an addictive or excessive behavior.
I'm gonna sell the teeth, guy. Come on, man.
The next one that flips over is the 10 of the Elemental Estates. Financial failure, greed, miser, loss. You can, like the
you're not
dirt
gonna
is
sell those
just
things.
coming off of the card
Like
as
a
you
kid.
shake it.
I'm already there.
And
This
the
is future, man.
And the last one is Canius Ray, a figure known as the Dark Twist, the father of all incursions. And you can see this jackal-headed figure with a blade in its hand. You can see it looks as if it's cut the card open. You can kind of see walls and halls moving behind it. Like every time you look at it, it looks as if something's looking through the card at you. But in its other hand, it's offering up an identical blade, almost as if you could reach into the card and pull that blade out. But you know that it represents irresponsible risk. The spirit working without the brain. Some new journey, but with desperation, irrationality, and leaping without awareness.
I think this is what happens when you like leave the city and you do read the city. The cards are just like, nah, working off of anything.
Yeah, the cards are just like insultingly honest.
As you approach, you can see there is just a ton of. It's like an ossuary. There are bones just lying here, bleached in possibly the sun. The sun is setting. There is this darkness that is creeping over the world that is not night, but is sort of an absence of light. There are no stars in the sky. There are no celestial forms. Nothing. But you can see two large lights burst coldly to life on either side of the gate, and the bones start to rattle. As the bones start flowing together in front of you, you can see finger bones kind of racing over the pile, snapping together. Hands form, crawling towards forearms that link to upper arms as a rib cage comes tumbling and just rolling, clacking, and right to a pelvis. And as it pushes itself up, two femurs kind of connect. And as it stands up, it draws itself up, reaches down, and picks up the skull and puts it on top of its head. And standing before you, no bigger than pockets, is a dwarf skeleton. And the fire, the cold fire that burns in the two braziers on either side of the gate suddenly lights in his eyes, and it says, "You shall not pass!" And a bone axe flies into its hand.
First of all, that was amazing.
Cool.
What? Why?
He's willing to see how much of a friend he's going to be.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing.
That's what's going on.
Second, this is actually my road. I'm the last heir of the Monkey King, so this is actually my street. This whole way up, all the way up the mountain, belongs to me. Mine.
Is that what you say?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I believe that.
You got hit twice as it threw two axes at you, and we're about to go into initiative. But
Dang it!
Can you remind me, how dark is it? Is it only those two lights? Or is it?
It is
so we can
dim.
still like see?
yeah, everything is dim, so a -2 to all ranged attacks. What's your toughness?
My toughness is 6.
Second question: how many PowerPoints how does PowerPoints getting back happen?
You guys have recovered your PowerPoints. One of them just kind of brush away, but the other one sinks deep into your chest, possibly. And you are wounded and shaken. Would you like to soak that?
Well, yes. Alright, so that's my finger.
As you watch, 5 more of these things come together, and there's a rumble above you, as if thunder, but there's no lightning that flashes.
Does the map have anything to say about this? Any little etchings, drawings, figurines?
Give me a smarts roll.
Smarts?
Yeah.
Alright.
Would you get pockets?
How many times am I allowed to
As
roll?
many bennies as you want to spend.
You know what? You only live once, unless you're my grandfather, which times you live multiple times.
Okay, at least that one's a 5.
Good lord, man. So you take no wounds.
Alright, but am I shaken?
No.
Alright.
No.
This is supposed
That
to
one
be
was
me?
yours.
That was 22 on my smarts roll.
Nope, that one's yours.
Oh.
I try to mix it up so that we're not always passing cards the same way.
Oh,
No, tell us first next time.
That's why I put them in front of you.
but you have to hand them that way anyway.
That's true. With that, you see a ribbon or a koan. That which brings life quickly extinguishes it.
First there's a mountain, then there is no mountain, then there is.
So there it is. All right, flip them over. What do you got? Queen of diamonds, ace of spades, 7 of clubs.
It's my damn
Yeah!
Jack of hearts and queen of spades. Ben, always tell me when you're going to interrupt, because it is the dwarf skeletons, and they come
Give me that
charging
Benny.
in.
Oh, aces
We all
are
got a Benny,
low?
right?
You all get a
Get a
Benny.
Benny.
Give me that Benny.
What?
Aces are low?
Aces? Oh, you got an ace? Go
And
for
ace.
it. Chen, you're up first.
Okay, so there's 5 things coming at us, and they're
There's a cool half-dozen dwarven skeletons.
Go extinguish the lamps.
Oh, okay. I would like. How do you think I could extinguish a lamp? I was gonna. What are the lamps on?
They are massive braziers that are set into the side of the gates. They
How
are,
high up?
They're about 15 feet up and about 3 times that wide.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to assume I'm wearing a cloak. Sounds right. I would like to cast my dark sight And then also lift edge up the side, and then try and extinguish one of the lights.
You look really cool doing it.
I bet. Yeah.
But the light does not go out.
It's magic.
That's so sad.
Yeah. You look amazing though doing it.
Thank you. Thank you.
You go racing up, wind whipping in your hair, lift edge moving so fast that you leave the two kind of spirally.
Yeah. And then nothing happens.
Nothing.
Cool.
You're erupting?
Not yet.
All right. The dwarven skeletons come charging in. You are above.
One.
2 are coming for you.
Yeah.
What's your toughness? Or your parry.
Does my parry increase with my strength attribute increasing?
No, it increases with your fighting.
Oh, okay. Then just 8 for parry.
All right. 8 for parry. You are fine. What's your parry?
Me?
Yeah.
4.
All right. One of them hits you. Toughest?
7.
You know what? That doesn't like it hits you, but not enough to inflict any damage. However, as you watch, the first one comes up to you, Pockets, and you notice that they're working together. They seem to sense that you are special, that you need extra attention. And so, as one of them runs in, the other one catches you with a 6.
Okay.
What's your toughness?
6.
5? 6?
6. Yeah.
All right. You are shaken. Kind of catches you on the side. And you notice that while they look like dwarf skeletons, their bones, they're much more... Oh! Thanks, John! I can't. I rolled 1 better on my lower die. I have failed you, John Doom. So yeah, kind of catches you on the side, shaking you, knocking you back. There's again this rumble up ahead.
I am going to grab the axe from Pockets and rip it out and then start poking it.
You're using the... All right,
So-
give me a fighting roll.
Hopefully that doesn't hurt you.
You're shaken. By it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not stirred though.
Not stirred.
Nice.
Highest is a 6.
That hits one of these things. Go ahead. Damage is a D8 plus your strength.
Nice.
Oh. It's a D10 now. Yeah.
10.
14.
You just destroy one of
That's
these
not a one of
creatures.
those. That's 10 plus 4 plus 4, so 18.
Oh, 18. Yeah, you definitely crush one of them. Just obliterates it into dust.
Nice.
Shadows fall upon you as 2 creatures leap from the mountains above, landing on the right and the left of Pockets. You can see that they are made of metal, both burnished in the light, or burnished to the point that the light of the braziers reflects coldly off of them, and that they are both in the shape of the Monkey King. And as they land, one lashes out at you, and one lashes out.
I'm gonna go and interrupt.
If you want to interrupt their action, you have to make an opposed agility test to see if it goes off.
I'm not great at that.
Aren't you a monkey?
Yeah, but
He was like the worst.
I'm the
monkey.
worst monkey.
All right, Ben, let's roll off.
All right.
I get the +2 because of the Joker.
That one explodes.
All right.
And that's
Good call out.
All right.
That's 9.
You may interrupt. Go
Okay.
for it.
I'm gonna go ahead and draw my 10 of Elemental Estates card.
Okay.
Hold it up. It glows
Inverse.
slightly. And I'm going to use my power of decay upon them.
Okay. So you got to give me the reading roll to do that. So as you draw on the elemental estates, you guys can see that for like briefly, his fur gets blown back. You can see the card seems to like just dirt and rock and water just kind of flow off of it, and then it ignites very quickly and goes away. All right, so you're giving me a decay roll.
All right, that's going to be a 6.
+2.
+2, so
+2 because it is a... Alright, so it causes me to make a vigor roll, and if they fail, they take a wound.
Oh! Oh!
Your petty magics do not work here, Pockets, is what the thing says to you.
Damn it!
I
I hate it when the magic things know your name.
Don't we all? Don't we
You gotta
all?
spend that Benny that they have to re-roll a 2 and a 1. So one of them kicks you right in the chest.
just I like piston kicks. Just
No, I'm gonna do it. Like,
Oh!
wild cards are not meant to.
ouch.
It kicks you right in the chest Pockets, and you go flying back against the wall. 2 wounds incoming. Do you want to spend a Benny?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. good call.
He's like, Chen, well, he goes to spend a Benny. The other one is coming at you. I like that Gabe can see my die rolls because he acts as the eyes of the audience.
Oh!
So you said Shin, but you looked at Abe. Who's being attacked?
Ape is being
Okay.
attacked. What's your parry? 8?
Remember the +2?
That's right. I guess I got a
Oh.
6.
I'm gonna spend its Benny.
No, it's loading 6.
Trying to hurt me.
I can't hit you. It lands, and as it comes in, the two of you exchange blows. You bring the bone axe around, and finally the axe snaps. What'd you get?
A 6.
So that reduces it to 1 wound.
Nice.
Oh, Ben. I need you to make your spirit roll to see if you were shaken or not.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume that you make your vigor roll here.
All right. That's kind of you, but I do make it. It
Okay.
actually explodes.
Sam, you're up.
So there's the 2 burning braziers. There's the 2 monkeys.
Yep.
There's the bunch of dwarfs that have the light of the braziers in their eyes,
Yeah.
and the light of the braziers glowing, reflecting off of the 2 monkeys.
Yeah.
Okay. We know that just throwing a cloak over one of the braziers did nothing.
It did incinerate the cloak.
Ah, my
Yeah.
best cloak.
I would like you to mark that off your character sheet.
Okay. I may have made it up to
GM victory.
Loading.
I assume you have like a badass denim jacket underneath covered with patches.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And then underneath that is a leather jacket.
Just
Layers.
yeah,
All
sorry.
layers.
Gonna
Oh, but yeah, like,
Yeah.
you never know what the weather's gonna be like.
Chen is not actually as bulky as she looks. It's just layers.
Yeah, well, I'm a shapeshifter, so I made myself smaller so that I could fit more coats.
Smart.
She's like the Pope in the white jacket.
Now we know if we ever get cold.
How
Gotcha.
high up are the braziers?
About 15 feet.
Okay, so more than I could probably climb.
You can climb up there. Athletics check.
Yeah, I'm going to pull out my rustfire pistol,
Okay.
fire at one of the dwarfs, and then climb up the.
All right, so
to
minus
one
2
of
to both. Give me the
one of
first roll.
brazier, yeah.
So 4 to hit a dwarf.
4 to hit a dwarf.
4 to hit a dwarf. I feel like I should.
Carnival Barker or something.
Oh, to hit the dwarf!
I missed a dwarf.
Okay. Blam! But you can see there's a lot. I mean, there's
Yeah.
ornamentation underneath that you're able to try and
All right, I'm
scale.
gonna try and climb up. So that's
Athletics check.
athletics check.
And the ease of the climb is negates the penalty for the multi-action.
Okay.
Shooting for force.
Alright, I got one.
Alright, you get up there and you can see there's actually like an intricate set of gears underneath.
Mm-hmm.
So, this one is Chen's. This one
We gotta
is
give you.
yours.
We gotta give you back.
Oh right, you gotta give me all back. We gotta redraw because stupid Joker.
Did everyone take your turns?
I'm keeping everybody honest tonight.
You are. Thank you, sir.
What did you do?
It's
I
not true.
pulled the axe out of pockets.
I really want John
I only
Moon
remember the
to
rules
show
that
up
help me.
as a guest star sometime. Maybe a wise frog monk whose name is Rugoku.
Please. Please.
That's my
You will
favorite
never
joke
know.
people make.
No!
What?
That's my favorite joke that people make. When in person they go, redacted.
Did you just say scoff? That's how you scoff.
Is that Jenny's?
That's Jenny's.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yep. That
No,
one's
this
Ace.
one's hers.
Yeah, we'll switch 'em.
This one goes in your ear. This one goes in your mouth. Idiocracy is one of my favorite movies. Flip 'em.
It hits too hard.
It hits too
nowadays.
hard now. Who knew that
Dang.
Mike Judge was the Cassandra standing on the mountaintop?
I did. I straight up moved to Texas because of how much I loved King of the Hill.
All right, Chen, King of Spades, also known as Conan. You are up.
So do you want to shout about whatever you just found?
Yes.
Great.
You're right there, right? Like the two of you, like she's hovering on her lift edge. You are hanging from the bottom of this contraption.
Mm-hmm.
So up there, do I see a way of turning these off? Remember that I do have dark vision now.
You can go to the other one while I work on this one.
You do have dark vision, though, don't you?
I do.
There seems to be some sort of contraption underneath. Do you, by any chance, have thievery?
No, I didn't take that because the dragons are so honest.
I like how you're like, I really wanted to as Jenny, but Chen wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
I can't have a hooky up.
Okay, then in that case, I'm going to let him do this. Instead, what I want to do, because I feel like...
I mean, you can attempt it untrained.
I don't have thievery either, so.
You get a D4 if you try it, and a -2 from all of your die rolls.
What?
If you want to try it and you don't have a skill, it counts as a D4, and you still get the wild die, but you subtract 2 from the final totals because you don't know what you're doing.
Then yes, I'd like to try and turn this thing off.
All right.
Great.
Use a Benny.
Yeah.
Double zeros.
It was a 4, but it's a 2. Great.
You can't make heads or tails of it. You're even like hanging upside down, like trying to look at it from a different angle. No such luck. All right, I got a 2, a 5, and a 3.
A tray.
I knew I should have just attacked people like I wanted to.
Just start hitting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start doing something.
All right, we're gonna get some different dice because my dice failed to injure last time.
I thought I just, like, grabbed
Chen,
some and throwing them in.
The eighth. The monkey golem that is attacking you kind of hits the ground, and you see that its body is rotating, so it flips up on its hands, and its legs start coming at you as it walks on a handstand toward you.
Classic grandpa right there!
5s don't hit you, do they?
No.
All right. The one in front of you just kind of steps down, grabs you, tries to grab you with one of its feet, and pummel you with its hands.
Rude.
Rude.
It's super rude.
What's your...
Parry?
Yeah.
It's 4.
Oh, so it entangles you, or it binds you, and then it's going to hit you.
I heard
It-
embraces you.
What did you hear?
I heard embraces you. That's not.
It's gonna be okay.
This isn't that game.
This feels minorly abusive.
As you guys look down, Pockets is getting smacked from one side to the other by this monkey golem that looks like him. You take a wound.
Forget it,
Oh my
Dave.
gosh.
It's monkey
I'm gonna soak it. My last time.
Last Benny.
My last bit. Let's soak
I
this.
think Restar is giving you his Benny, so... Oh no, it was bananas. Never
Oh,
mind.
never mind.
You got your hopes up, and then you were like, oh, nerds.
Alright, that one exploded. So.
Alright, so you just have the one wound.
Yeah.
Yeah, an explode hits. Alright, And now the dwarf skeletons come charging in. Chen, as you seem to be untouchable, they are going to. No, Chen.
Oh, okay.
They are attacking you. They are throwing sharp bones and like large femurs, like javelins, at you as you are starting to mess.
Yeah, try and get through all those jackets.
Oh, excellent. Okay, I do have an extra Benny. Thank you, sir.
Do you want to spend it to?
No, I'm good.
Oh, you're good?
I'm
All right.
I spent it. Now I get it back.
All right. So there are 3 coming at Chen and 2 coming at Sam. Your oh, it's a range attack. Never mind. Don't need to know anything. One of them hits you, and one of them hits you. Because. All right. Well, 1 and 1. I can live with that. What's your toughness?
8.
That's a 9 to start. 9, 12. So that hits for a wound and shaking. And you don't want to be shaken on the back of a lift edge. Would you like to spend a penny?
Yes, I would.
What is your toughness, sir?
7.
You are still okay. Sam just shaking off the slings and arrows of dwarf skeletons. It is now
Not
your
my
turn.
turn.
Alright, so there's currently 5.
Padre, you're here live. Have a Benny. Normally, I only get to talk to Padre on behind the screen. It's very exciting to have Padre here in the chat for Crucible of Realms.
I rolled a 5.
You don't take a wound.
Great.
You kind of twist at the last second, taking it on the edge of the lift edge and just shearing the bone in half.
My
You
wound is
just
so
didn't
cool.
get wounded because you're just so damn tough.
So, in front of me, there are 2 monkey golems.
One is on Abe,
Okay,
one is on you, and
One's
you
on
are
me.
bound.
I'm bound. Okay, so I gotta break free from that before I
You do. You've got to break free.
Lord.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Alright, so what do I need to roll to break free in order to cast Entangle on the rest of those jerks?
So it will be athletics roll,
Oh, I'm really good at that.
opposed by the foe that is held. Oh, so you're entangled. Yeah.
Okay. So, alright.
And it'll be at -2 if you want to do something else as well on top.
Alright, I do want to do something else, but that gets me a 5.
Alright, so you rolled a 5. They got. You were free. You slipped free. They're expecting someone slightly
More muscular.
low muscular, and you just like.
Alright, I'm going to cast Entangle
Okay.
on both of the monkeys.
You can do a large blast template.
Large
so
blast, that's
a
what I'm
large
doing.
blast template can hit 4 creatures.
Alright, I'm going to hit 2 of these dwarves and both of these monkeys.
2 of the dwarves, both of the
Goals,
goals.
yeah.
All right. So what happens is the earth turns to mud around them,
Okay.
trying to suck them in. You need to give me
A reading roll, right?
a reading roll. Yes. For those of you just wondering why I keep asking Pockets if he can read, his arcane skill is based off of his reading of the deck of the city.
They have pissed
That we
me
aren't
off.
in.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but the magic still affects
Oh,
it.
D6?
Yes, please. Alright, there we go. That's going to be a 16, Mr. John Matthew.
All right, so it's a 16. I have to make a bunch of athletics check versus a 16. All right, so here are the 2
Minus 2 is a
ones.
14.
I wear
Sorry.
another jacket.
A 14.
Being honest.
All right. You hit what you bind one of the monkey golems in front of you. You bind the second monkey golem,
Well, that's
Alright.
good.
and you bind both of the dwarves that you had tried to entangle. So in a explosion of elemental power, you turn the earth around you into just a swirling morass of mud, soaking the ground, causing the earth to vibrate and liquefy the dirt, dropping them down, and they're not just entangled, they are bound.
Right.
So they are stuck inside. I believe that one is strong, right? So it's
It
a
is.
penalty to get out.
Yes.
And then you instantly, fire hits it, and the wind blows it and dries it, and it turns back to stone, and they're all just stuck. Nice round, Pockets.
It's pretty cool.
I believe in you, Wukong. And then I try
Oh, from
fiddling
before.
with the thing.
Yeah.
I try fiddling with the thing.
All right. You have.
Nope.
All right. So it would be an agility roll at
It would
-2.
be potentially like,
Some kind of intelligence check to like figure it out.
I'd let you try an intelligence check to figure it out. It'll still be at -2 because you don't know. You don't have the appropriate skill.
okay. But smarts is better than agility, that's for sure. Well, for me.
That's what he always says.
That's a -2, so I'm gonna spend a Benny.
All right. You got this.
Another one.
Every time you spin one of these things, like the whole structure changes, as if it's trying to stay
There we
one
go.
step ahead of you.
That would be a 12.
All right. You ratchet the last piece of the puzzle, and you watch as the light just sort of drains out of the brazier. I need you to roll a die, and call it even or odd. Any die you want, even or odd.
Even. Odd.
Okay. So 2 of the 5 remaining skeletons just crumble to dust beneath you.
Was it the 2 that are bound or 2 that aren't bound?
I'm not gonna be that guy. 1 and 1.
Alright.
Oh, that.
All right. It is now. The penalty to ranged attacks has now gone up. From the light that you can see to now dim, which means -2 to make all ranged attacks,
Except for.
except for you.
I am going to take out one of the ones that are not bound. And
One of the dwarves.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna come at it with my axe.
Okay.
Or I guess I don't have the axe anymore. I have the sword.
You got your sword, yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
9.
9. That hits with a raise. Go ahead and do your strength plus your sword damage plus a d6. And you hear kind of in the back of your head, your blade is not sufficient. I can help you. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh boy. That's not good.
Well, that's
Or is it?
Yeah, I grabbed the right one. So 12.
12, you just destroy one of the dwarves in front of you. You can hear the fluttering of ravens around you. Accept my mark, Afe. I can empower your blade, turn it to even greater acts of glory. You can hear the Morrigan whispering in the back of your head.
That sounds like a bargain to me.
It is now initiative cards. So I'm going to take the first 2. All right. Whoever you wish. Don't look at it.
Who's it for?
One of the people on your side. Your choice.
Yeah!
Your choice. All right. Monkeys. All right. Monkeys going first. Just the way the monkeys like it.
Okay, the skeletons are dwarves and the monkeys are the robots.
Right.
Are the golems?
Golems.
Yes. They're going
It's
to
really complicated.
they're
Shit's
going
all
to
confused.
attempt to break free. They're going to actually make a strength roll at -2 because that still gives them a d12 plus 1 to break free. First one. So it's a 5 minus 2 is a 3. Double 3s. Fails to break free on his roll. Second one
Oh, dang. Well,
breaks free.
yeah, well.
The second one rips free of the ground, and in a flurry of limbs and anger, mainly mine, comes barreling into both of you. It's going to make an attack on each of you. So, and just the way this works is it will roll this and pick the 2 highest dice. So a 6 and a 3. Oh no, a 9 and a 3. So Afe, it hits you. It had to happen sometime, and this is the time that it happened. So 8, it hits you for, what's your toughness?
9.
11, which is enough to shake you.
So scared.
My one remaining dwarf skeleton is going to attempt to break free with an athletics check. It does not. And fearless and ignoring the danger to itself, it comes running at Pockets.
One of the dwarves.
Yeah. I believe it's 8. Oh no, it's Chen. Chen did not let me forget.
So I would like to, on my lift edge, which again is very cool, speed down from the brazier and charge at the golem that's free.
Okay.
While pulling out the crystal sword to
Okay.
hit it, and then hitting it.
All right. Give me the roll.
I forgot how to do all of those.
All right, fighting.
Okay.
Do you want to do what is called a wild attack? You get +2 to your fighting roll and +2 damage as you go flying by.
Yes.
Okay, but it does make you vulnerable, which means if I try to hit you,
Which he will.
which I will, your defense is reduced by 2.
Yeah, I think if you look real cool.
It does. It's gonna look so sweet. All right, go for it.
Okay.
Yes.
I suppose well, both of them exploded. So that would be a 9. So I guess it's 11 if it's a +2.
Yeah, that hits with a raise.
Great.
So what's the base damage?
I don't know. It's that crystal sword
Oh.
that you gave Pockets last time.
Don't forget that crystal sword increases your fighting. It gives +2 to your fighting.
Oh. Like at the end of it?
Yeah.
Like after, then it was a 13.
So don't forget that.
Okay.
And
didn't-
is a short sword, but it does a strength plus D8 damage. And if it connects with its target, if they are shaken or wounded, they have to make a vigor check or become stunned.
Oh.
All right, so strength plus a D6 plus a D8 +2.
Okay. Strength. D6. D8. Okay, that is 11, 13.
13. It's not enough to hit damage it. Would you
Really?
like to spend a penny to increase the damage?
Okay, with the Benny ones, is it a reroll or is it an add?
It's a reroll.
Still yes. I
Alright,
just
go for
wanted
it.
to clarify the situation. That one was worse.
Alright,
No,
so-
it wasn't. It was a 14.
Still
What was the
not
last time?
great.
13?
Yeah, you're one better.
Should I do it again?
Is John
You're
Doom
gonna look
giving
so
you?
cool.
No, he's
Yeah. No, he said you gotta roll that again. That is garbage. So he's giving you a Benny
Oh.
to do that.
Thanks.
And Shen is giving you, or Tink is giving you a Benny as well.
Okay, that one, something exploded, so that's exciting. Okay, so it's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22.
That's better numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
A 22 will inflict 2 wounds on this creature, and he is out of bennies to soak. So what does it look like
Nice.
as you cut this thing in half?
I like to think, because this is like a metal golem
Yeah, it is
situation.
a metal monkey
Uh,
marionette kind of thing.
I'm charging at it and doing a little swoosh, but it's so fast and strong that it kind of like liquefies the metal as it happens, and then it just falls and crumples in a heap.
Nice. You can hear in your head. The flying dragon has a better blade than you. Let me out. Whose turn is it?
I can't tell if it's the Morgan or the
It is
Skull.
your turn.
It's true. You have a talking. It's not. That's not talking skull, right?
It's not the talking skull. The talking skull has been strangely quiescent at this point.
It's really bummed about seeing all the skulls getting
I
smashed.
honestly have been thinking about putting his skull on the body to see if it takes control of it.
Like
Whoa,
take off the monkey skull and put
wonderful
on,
idea.
or the dwarf skull and then put on the.
Yeah.
I endorse this behavior.
That's pretty. I'm not gonna say anything.
I am going to try to do that because I've been thinking about it this whole time.
Yeah, please do.
So I want to come over there and just kind of like smack the head off of one of the
bound but still living ones.
Yes.
That is it.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I want to smack it off. Just like,
All right. I'm gonna need a. This is gonna be a multi-action. I am going to need you to
Roll for awesome.
that's a d20.
give me a roll for awesome. No, that'll be a fighting test.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's for children. That was really tight up.
5.
5. With a -2.
We'll do that again.
Excellent. Bennies. Pour them down the
There we
throats
go.
of the adventure.
I have an absurdly hard one.
15.
Oh yeah, you smack the shit out of that skeletal head.
I'm gonna unclip
Sezek?
Sezek
No.
and just plop him on there.
All right. Would you roll a D10 for me?
A d10?
Yep. And so I'm taking it you're ignoring all of the whispers of the Morgan at this point.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
6.
Sweet. There is a flash of light and blood pours out of the bottom of the skull and sort of wraps around the vertebra and solidifies into a like, vicious looking scab, and the light goes out of the skull's eyes. And okay, that was awesome. Can you get me free of this now?
Just get it.
It's me, it says it! Come on, this was your idea, get me out!
He has a point.
He
That was
does.
your idea.
Listen to the dragon with the super cool sword. I think her sword's kind of cooler than yours. Not, just saying.
I'm gonna kind of whisper so nobody else can hear. You did say last time that you thought we should kill them.
Well, just for her sword.
But we can get a cooler one.
Yeah, just listen to the Mother of War.
Also, really
It'll be
just ask me.
So in the middle of this fight, you definitely notice as you're being throttled by, a monkey golem, that Afe is having a whispered discussion between one of the dwarf skeletal bodies and Sezek's head.
I'm not sure how I can release them, but I guess I'll just start kind of grabbing at it and trying to
Give me an athletics check.
Like a
athletics.
fence pole, just to work it back and forth.
Looking back, you probably should have done it on one of the ones that's
4.
free.
You break it free.
Oh, okay, great.
Sezek kind of climbs out, and as he stretches, you can hear pop, 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 all the way up his back. Oh, that feels. And he gives you a hug. It is.
He embraces you.
It is not,
Yeah,
you don't know how magic works. Yes, John Doom. I'm glad. You are up, Sam. I assume, right? Because pockets. What do you go on?
I'm gonna eat a close.
Oh, eight
Oh,
of spades. You
Eight of
should have
spades.
gone before 8.
Oh, okay, no worries. I held my action.
Okay, good. Well done.
It was my choice. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm being clubbed by this thing, right? All right. My other ability, which I still have here, is decay. So I'm
You
gonna,
used decay. I mean, you can keep using decay.
right. I noticed it didn't actually have power points listed on this one.
These are not.
Just,
These
so
are
we just
not
keep using
powers.
them.
Yep.
All right. Hot dang. All right. You're gonna need some more decay, Mr. Robot Thing, dude.
More
Okay.
cane than money.
Don't say it. The pictures will appear.
Wow. That escalated quickly.
Oh, okay. That's a 6. No.
Okay for you, my friend.
All right. Well, burn in the last Benny. 'Cause I
Burn
want
the
to see
Benny.
this guy decay. It helps when I make eye contact the entire time.
Yeah. But you failed to make eye
doesn't
contact.
though.
Yeah. That's just you looked away at the last second.
My will was not strong enough.
That's right.
Matthew.
Right. GM will D12 plus 4. Sam, you're up. I do need another focus roll from you. This time at -2.
Can I use my turn to not have to have the -2?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Then I will do that.
Sam, as you go to, you can feel your link to the city starting to fade. You're not entirely sure what will happen. Your hair has gone like completely white and is now much longer, and somehow bound in a ponytail. And you can hear this voice, this feminine voice, just calling your name over and over. And it seems to be getting fainter. What did you get?
4.
Okay, you're fine.
All right.
All right.
May I ask a question? I've gotten lost, so I don't know who's left.
There is one bound golem.
Okay.
There is one non-Sesic dwarf.
The bound golem is still smacking me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. How is it smacking if it's bound?
That's right. Actually, it's not actually holding me.
Yeah, it's
So
not.
I got away.
All right,
He's
what'd
not-
you guys get?
The queen.
All right.
We've only been on extremes of ace, king, and a 2.
Breaking free. Nope.
Okay, so we've got one bound golem.
Sam,
one
you are up.
Thing,
Someone
and
give
a
the poor
brazier.
man a Benny.
Don't.
You're up.
Padre
Padre can give me his Benny.
I would like to pull up my Rustfire pistol
Okay.
while I'm still up there.
Yeah. You have to reload it.
Yeah, reload it.
Okay.
I'll load it and fire it. That's
Okay, -2.
+2, yeah.
Get an ace. Roll double threes on a D12.
And
Hold on, wait. A D12 plus 3 is 6, -2 is still a 4. It breaks free. And it comes for you.
This one's free now?
This one is now free. Matt, here's what I'm saying.
Wait, is
Right
it
here.
gonna do something?
Yeah, it's gonna attack these two guys.
Okay.
The two guys. You know, the two of them.
Hit me.
The two that are two. It just drops into sort of a spider crawl, lashing out with all of its limbs. Ooh, so my two highest will hit both an 8 on Afe.
That against my parry?
Yeah.
My parry is 8.
All right, so that hits, and a 5 on Pockets.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm smiling. It's about time this monkey golem did something. All right, do you want gray or black?
Always that black.
All right. Well, that one's gone forever.
Was it black?
It was.
Oh.
Then you're good.
Yeah, solid.
Well, that was an 8. That was a 5. We're going to rotate that back to what it was.
I
8,
think we should get
12,
that.
17. What's your toughness?
Not 17. I got 9.
All right, so that's up 6. So that's a wound.
Okay.
And shaken, would you like to spend a Benny?
I would.
Ben, what is your toughness?
Toughness is 6.
That's 2 wounds, my friend.
That would be me dead.
No, 3 just takes you, you can take 3 wounds before you have to worry.
Okay.
Anybody got a
Well,
Benny in chat?
I have. If not.
All right.
In
Pockets.
the-
That is the song that runs through my head every time anyone says break free. What John Doom, the
Yeah.
Queen, yeah. I
Yeah.
want to break free.
Yeah, no, it's it. Padre, you traitor. You thought about giving it to me. Padre's good people.
Thank you, sir.
All right, give me your,
Alright. The family now dies.
Curse of Thule.
What was yours?
Gosh darn
It
it!
worked. The Curse of Thule worked.
Did you get a couple ones?
You got double 2s.
Oh.
For a brief moment, Pockets, you're like, I'm going to, and then you hit the mountain wall. I do think of it in kind of like, just
Wily,
splayed
kind of,
limb,
yeah.
like the cracks behind you. What did you get, Ave?
I got a 6.
All right, you are fine.
Oh, nice.
It is now Sam's turn. You're gonna fire your rust fire.
No, I was gonna do that when the monkey was still bound, but
That's
since
fair.
the monkey
The monkey
did
won't
return, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
So I'm high up. There's a gate.
Here's a gate.
I want to see if I can climb from this brazier to the top of the gate
All right.
and see what's beyond it.
Give me your athletics check.
5.
5. You get to the top, no worries. And as you kind of stand up, you can see that there's this, the path continues up maybe another 200-300 feet. And then there's this sort of mist wall that is kind of moving through the rock across the path. And as you look, every so often you can see what seems to be like a stone bridge that kind of dips down and crosses, but the mist is moving by very quickly.
Okay. Is there any mechanism up here for opening the gate or on the other side?
There is. On the other side, you can see a pair of levers about the size of one of those golems. You're pretty sure if you jumped from the wall, you could take one to the ground pretty easily.
All right.
I got a jack. Dwarf attack!
The dwarf got jacked too.
That's right. The dwarf takes several steps, and Sezek just kind of sticks out his leg, and the dwarf skeleton falls to the ground. It is Apes' turn.
I am gonna go after the one that just attacked Pockets and I,
Okay.
and just gonna bring it down with the sword.
All right.
A 4.
So a 4 is not good enough to hit it.
We're gonna try again.
You kind of hear whispering, "Do not fail me, my conduit."
That was worse. So we're gonna. I'm so sorry.
Don't forget, you can let the Morrigan come through if you want, and you get that extra D4 to everything.
I have a feeling that I might not be able to reel her back.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Not everyone looks to become the villain in their stories.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Pockets.
Well, let's see here. I only have the 10 of elemental states.
Mm-hmm. So that's decay.
Decay and tainting. And there's just the one. There's one dwarf and one monkey. Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
You could try and decay the dwarf.
Let's do it.
All right, give me your reading roll.
All right. This time, let's just. That's a 5.
What does it look like
I mean,
as you use the elements to decay?
each of the bones just fly off in a different direction.
Okay.
Just like-
Well, I mean,
Just sort of.
yeah, just to dust.
Yeah.
All right. There are now no longer any of the dwarves,
Except for the one that says it.
except for the one that says it.
Okay.
You're up, Chen.
From the neck down.
Okay, so we've got one monkey golem and we've got one brazier still happening.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to how solid, what do we think would happen if I just rammed my lift edge into the monkey golem?
You and it would probably take some damage.
Yeah, maybe I won't do that.
I mean, you lightsabered the last one, so.
I'm gonna do that again.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna do a flyby with my sword.
All right. Give me the fighting roll. You're at, don't forget, you're at +2 from the wild attack and +2 from the blade.
Double twos. Gonna go ahead. Wait, but that would be a 6. So
That
probably
would be a 6.
Is that a thing that's helpful?
Not enough to hit it.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and use this guy. That time was a 3.
That's enough to hit it.
Great. Okay, and then that was stupid amounts of dice.
You don't get the extra d6 this time.
There's no raise.
There's no raise.
That makes sense. I do get the extra d6.
Oh, snarky pants.
13.
So with you stun it. It is shaken.
Excellent.
All right. Wow, this is.
This is a brutal fight, man.
Don't look at me. I just designed it. This one is yours. side of the table. All right. What'd you guys get?
10 of hearts.
10 of spades.
5 of clubs.
Eighth goes first.
The queen of spades.
Sezik is standing next to you, and she's like, I'm just saying. That's a cool sword. Don't you have, like, sword envy? Like...
It does look really... And I'm gonna kind of like mess with my head and then run to pockets.
Tell your bony henchman to pull his weight.
Can he find it?
Probably.
No?
Okay. Hey, he used to be a conduit, I'm guessing, so
Yeah, yeah. When I had more than what I'm working with right now.
We were fighting things
I was
just like
gonna
that.
say, come on, man. The guys that were wrecking us had the same kit.
And look where it got you.
Yeah, I'm wrecked.
You want to go in?
I want to.
Pockets is currently sliding down the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I assume there's some sort of squelching noise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of hold Pockets up and
Night, John.
and use Warrior's Blessing to heal him.
Okay.
Excellent.
Give me the healing roll. Or sorry, give me the conduit roll. Your
Oh,
fate,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Double
Is
ones.
it double ones?
Was it just...
I'm so sorry.
That whole scalpel to get rid of cancer metaphor? I don't dig it.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, just between you and me, but would it be so bad to let maybe the goddess of war have a little extra pull here?
She comes up to you and she's like, "The power of Morrigan heals you."
I've only done this a few times. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. After a couple of them, she realizes that the goddess of war is not answering her healing. You are also aware that the goddess of war is not answering any healing. Sam, you are up.
I'm gonna jump down and open the gate.
All right. You leap off of the edge, and you can see on the back that inscribed on the back of this gate is that same monkey figure, but as if he's holding the gate closed. And you land, and you pull one of it, and you guys all hear this ratcheting thrum through the earth. And you can see that one side, the arm now has, like, when you're done pulling it down, looking up, it's no longer holding the gate closed. It's just resting in its side.
Alright.
10 of hearts.
10 of hearts?
Yeah.
Can I heal myself with a med kit?
You can make a healing check.
Lay against the wall and try and put a band-aid on it.
As you try to convince Ave to release the goddess of war.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing. This thing said there were 7 more stories. If we're gonna do this 7 more times,
Hydro, good to see you.
this is not gonna be cool.
You can give me a healing check, but you do have your wound penalty.
Okay. Yikes. Alright.
What's your healing skill?
It's a D6.
Alright. So D6 minus 3.
Am I still shaking?
You have to actually give me the spirit test to see if you can take an action.
Let's do that first, so that hopefully I don't have a D4. Okay.
Yeah, if you fail the spirit test, you don't get to take an action.
Well, that's... I do succeed. This is D6.
With a minus 3?
Minus 3 is... No, okay. No, no.
You just... the poo has been kicked out of you, my friend.
Alright, I'm laying against the wall. Mostly pancake monkey.
Ave,
Throw it at them.
Ave. I have to make a spirit check to see if my guy can do anything. See, I play by the rules too, game.
What rules?
Rules? There are no rules. This is a street fight. Ave, that's not what I roll. As you kind of are like trying to heal Pockets, you hear the monkey kind of running at you. It plants both fists, one on either side of you, just destroying huge craters in the mountain and pulling them free and dropping back into a fighting stance. It does nothing with its turn.
This is like a straight up anime fight at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Thank you. You are up.
Oh, great. Okay, I would like to position myself in a fun way so that no one else gets hurt. But then I want to use my burst on this monkey.
Given that, all right, roll it.
Ooh, right. That
So,
is...
do you want to spend extra power points to get the extra d6 of damage?
Yes.
All right, roll it.
Wait, that was my grandpa's signature move. Grandpa hates the mountain.
That's actually what that move is called. Grandpa hates the mountain.
Okay.
Now I want the image
Yes.
of this monkey, like monkey golem punching the side of a rock.
I rolled a 6.
Grandpa hates the mountain.
You hit. So roll your damage.
Okay, which is 3d6. And
Any of those explode?
one of them did.
Nice.
Excellent.
11, 12, 13, 18.
18
Light 'em up.
is enough to shake it again.
But is it a double shaken
Right?
thing?
That's a wound.
Not if
No?
it clears the shaken with its spirit.
Gosh darn it.
Ah.
All right, flip them, folks. You got-
Well, I'm not really in this fight per se.
Where are the jokers? Look at this. We've gone through a huge chunk of the
Yeah.
deck. I got a 7. Anybody can beat a 7?
10.
Literally everyone but. Man, I'm so sorry.
But it's
I'm
okay.
not trying to pick up
Pancake
pockets like
Monkey
I'm
had a lot
trying.
of screen
But
time
don't worry.
tonight.
Don't worry. This is Pancake Monkey's pat. It's going to be awesome. Now I want Pancake Monkey as a T-shirt too. You're up.
Okay,
I'm sick and tired of being everybody's pancakes.
so my attacks aren't super working. So instead, I think I'm going to cast protection on these two.
Nice. All right.
And then maybe do some like distracting flying.
Okay. So make your Dragon Soul at -2, and then you can attempt to distract him with a flying check.
Okay, it was a 5.
That goes off, so they get how much bonus protection?
You guys get an extra 2 points of armor that... Nope, just, 2 points of armor.
All right.
Okay.
All right, now you're going to try and distract it. Give me a flying check. And what is it? How are you, like, serpentine? Like, are you flying casual?
Just like real cool.
Okay.
It's like he's kind of facing the wall here,
Yeah.
so I kind of want to do like one of those, you know, when people would like do the thing where they run up the wall, but I'm doing that like in the thing, on the lift edge, and just like I keep
Yeah.
doing just like trick jumps.
Nice. We call it the Tony Hawk maneuver.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Dates me. Remember when Tony Hawk was cool?
Oh, that's
11.
still cool, man.
Oh, 9. It's a
9?
-2.
So you make. Do you want? I'm assuming you want to make them vulnerable so that it is easier for your allies to attack them.
Yes.
All right. It is now Hearts.
Is one of the gates open?
You think you could probably pull that?
So it was this. Yeah, so it was a double gate.
Mhm.
One hand was holding one hand was holding the other. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that gate open.
Okay.
Is that my turn or?
Yeah, I mean you could take a multi-action, one to pull the gate open and one to do something else.
Okay, I'm gonna take a multi-action. One to pull the gate open and one to reload my rust fire.
All right.
There you go.
So the gate starts to struggle open. You can see Sam's hands, which look older and wrinklier than they did before he went over the wall, as he pulls the gate open. Come on!
Ava's
Look,
gonna
even the monkey wants you to do it!
Ava's just gonna start laughing maniacally as she lets the Worgen take over her body.
Yeah.
Okay, so several. This is the first time you've done this.
Yeah.
So several things happen. First of all, a shadow falls over Ave.
Oh, good. It's
you
getting
can-
darker.
You can only see kind of her lower jaw, which is like her lower face. Your face, you can feel the blood kind of rush out. It's very pale. You all can see just black feathers falling in kind of waves around her, gathering around her feet. And wounds, you can't see where they're coming from, but blood just starts running down her arm and coats her blade. Will you just give me a D6 roll?
4.
All right, that is a success. Your blade ignites.
Awesome. Nice.
And what would you like to do? Remember, you get a D4 to everything for the rest of the scene. And just let me know if that D4 comes up before, okay? Cool.
Okay. No question. I would like to do a multi-action.
Okay.
I'm going to try one more time to heal you.
Okay.
Wait, you summon the goddess of war to heal somebody?
Multi-action!
I said multi-action.
I said multi-action!
Which will be with my spirit dice, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a 4.
Yeah, that didn't last long.
So that explodes.
And a 1, so 5.
So the whole, like, that D4 gets added to your highest of your 2 normal rolls. So first of all, you're going to go...
normal spirit.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
just
don't worry
realized
about it.
I should have rolled my faith dice.
Yeah,
I'm
give me
sorry.
your faith die and your wild die, and then you get the 5 points on top of that.
Okay. Because I rolled the wrong dice by accident. I was looking at my high heavens.
Oh, yeah.
That's an 8.
It still exploded.
9, 10,
So 15.
15. All right. You seal Pockets' wounds for 2 wounds. She heals you. It is the most
Fantastic.
unpleasant healing you have ever had, as she basically pulls the blood through your wounds until they clot. And her other hand is now dripping in what you know is definitely your blood. A little of it falls on Sezek, and where it falls, you can see flesh starting to regrow on its skull. Now you get to make your fighting roll, and you still get to add that 5 to it.
Just don't get it in your mouth. You don't know where that's been.
Okay, so.
That blood's been dead before.
By the way, what is your fighting die?
Warning the skeleton
It's a.
about
Oh, dang it.
No,
I did it again. No, wait. I did roll the wrong. So my fighting dice is a D8.
Okay.
And I rolled a 5 and a 4.
A 5 and a 4. So the 5 is the higher of the 2, and then you get to add the 5 on top of it
So
from
10.
your Morrigan die. So you rolled a 10. That's enough to hit it.
Okay. So with my sword, do I get any extra with it now being on fire?
Yes, it increases the damage die by 1 type. So what's your sword? It's a D8. So you're gonna do
I should
strength plus a D10.
Okay. So I need 2 of these. Okay. Oh, and so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14 is not enough to wound this thing. Would you like to spend a penny to re-roll it?
Do it.
Yes, it's the last one.
Still 14?
Still 14.
All right, you shake the thing, knocking it.
Wait, because it's already at this point
Oh!
shaken and vulnerable.
Yes.
Oh, do I get my big
You will get an extra d6 of damage because it is vulnerable. So you're at 14. Roll the die twice and take the better of the 2.
And because it hasn't resolved its last
It
shaken,
has
right?
not revolved in the last shaken, so it is definitely wounded.
Solid 2.
Solid 2. What does it look like when you take this
Excellent.
thing out?
So, still kind of laughing maniacally, she
Oh, yeah.
is,
Exulting in battle.
she's just gonna kind of drag the sword down the, I'm guessing dirt, and just start slicing up, and just keep going up until it hits them.
Sparks go flying as you do, and eventually you bring the thing up, and it strikes deep into the creature's side. And the last of the monkey golds, which really does look like, not your great-great-grandfather, but your grandfather. They did call him. Falls. And with that, Sam opens the gates.
Ready to fire off my pistol. And I just look disappointed and put it back in my pocket.
All
It's been
right.
for the long time in that gate.
I do need you to do 2 things. One, your conduit die will now become a d6.
Oh, okay.
At the end of the adventure. So it's a d4 for the rest of it, but at the end of this adventure, it is now a d6. If you ever get it to a d12 and roll a 12, well, we'll see what happens.
That'll be great.
But the other thing I need you to do is just roll a d6, and we will find out what happens next time.
Okay. No pressure. 2.
All right, and mark that down. And that brings us to the end of Shores of Creation Part 1. As you look behind you, a unnamed frog monk leads a group of refugees up the path. Some of them are those strange insectoid, multi-segmented creatures. Others are, frog folk carrying little frog
Temples?
children. Little frog children. Yes, Hydro. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Next time on Crucible of Realms. All right, well, that brings us to an end of our show for tonight. Thank you to my wonderful echoes. I'm sure we'll come up with a name for the group at some point.
But never for that frogman.
But never. I mean, the Frogman has a name.
It might be my finest moment.
I believe that you believe that.
We will be back next week with more Crucible of Realms, and we will be doing a surprise behind the screen to catch up. We had some internet issues here at the studio, but we got those resolved, so I will be doing my Deadlands stream tomorrow instead of Tuesday, just to make sure that our schedule holds. So, until then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. Go and check, if you like what we do, go check out peginc.com. Go check out their game changer for Necessary Evil, a superhero setting in the Savage Worlds rule set that is a lot of fun. You get to play the bad guys doing good things, but possibly for bad reasons. 3 books on Game Changer. It's already funded. You can go over to peginc.com. Big banner at the top. Go check that out. So, until next time, thank you all for joining us. Thank you to my wonderful group of friends who are playing in this game with me. And I will see you all in a week. Have a good one.